I'm out here with Lindsay. We're doing a little exploring. There's a big spring right behind me. And yeah, I was explaining to her some of the history of the house that was here. And when I got down to look at the spring, I never noticed it before, but you can look up in there and it looks like there might be a cave going up in the hill where the water comes out. So I had to go run back to my truck and grab my flashlight. We want to take a look at it. I want to show you something else first. I want to show you this beaver down here. You see any beaver, Lindsay? No beaver. This is a separate stream right here. You can tell we're in the limestone area here because everything's coated with calcium carbonate. I just wanted to show you the beaver cuttings. Doesn't take a very big body of water to have beaver. And this is where they've been cutting the limbs off and dragging them away to either build shelters, or like right there is where they chew all the bark off and ate them for food. And they're doing the same thing here. Eventually he'll cut this in half, drop into the water, and he'll eat all of these little sticks and buds and all the bark that is on that tree. Let's go look at this big spring over here. There's another tree that he cut down. You can see a bunch of stumps all through here. This is a beautiful spring right here. Probably some big snapping turtles too. Come back in a month or two. And there's a hole over there. Let's go look at it. I think what she said, she found a beaver hut. So let's go over there and take a look at it. But first I want to check out this little hole that goes back into the spring. You can see the water pouring out right here. And I noticed when I got down here close, it looks like there could be a little cave there. So let me set my bag down. Unfortunately, it's really starting to rain. So, but look at the water coming out of the hill. There, it runs year round just like that too. It's quite a bit. But it looks like there's a cave going back up in there. It's full of rocks. It's going to be too small to get into. And the thing is, once you get down to there, it's going to be full of water anyway. So I'm going to write this one off if you don't mind. Lindsay says there's a beaver hut over there. So let's go check that. And by beaver hut, what I mean is it's where they have their little house where they live. Let's go look at it. Yeah, they're probably getting ready to make some nests down there. You can see there's a sign right over there. That's a sewer outfall sign. So any water that we see in here is sewage from a small treatment plant. All this stuff here. We'll try not to get our feet wet. So Lindsay thinks this is a beaver hut, and I'd have to agree with her.
Look at the mud.
Yeah. What we have here, so the beaver lives on these little streams right here. And what he did is he built himself a hut up here. He's kind of using the tree roots. That's a sycamore tree Lindsay's standing on. And you can see how he's drug all these branches over here. You see how he's cut them? There. And all these cedar trees. He picked cedars. Smart beaver. And we'll go around. There's another. That's probably where he comes out sometimes. And let's go look at the actual hut. I don't know. They might have babies by now too. Baby beavers. So underneath this pile, there's a cavity. Well, you see he has the mud up on here. He's brought all the mud up and he's packed it down. And there'll be a little cavity in here where they live. There might be a whole family of beavers. It could be 5 or 6 or even more that'll stay in there. And the baby beavers, I think they hang around for like over a year. I think in the second year they leave. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But that's where he's piled all that stuff up on here to make his den. All the cedar trees. If we look over here, there'll be a hole where he comes out. Lindsay says she can see it over there, so we'll walk around.
Right in there.
I think he comes out where? I think.
In here.
Yeah, you can kind of see where he scraped it coming out that way. If you're trapping beaver, you'd put a trap right there. And of course, the pioneers, who are the first trappers that didn't have traps, what they'd do is they would block off the entrance down here going into the water, and they'd rip the thing apart and like stab the beaver with spears. They could just like stab right through the sticks and stuff, and they'd like spear the beavers. Do the same thing with the muskrats. You can find like little things that look almost like fish gigs, but they're not actually fish gigs. They're made out of steel, the more modern ones. And that's how they that's what they use to spear muskrats and beaver in the den. And if you look back here, these are some of the trees that he's been chewing for food, and he'll drag the He'll drag them over to the den when he's done and put them on top. Those are all beaver chew marks all through here, and there's a couple more over there. Not sure what kind of trees these are, but he likes them. He's a happy beaver, apparently. I hope. Should be pretty safe here. I don't think there's too many trappers around in the subdivision. Who knows, though?